the trust that people place with us. I think it's very sacred, whether it's in confession or people coming to our office, that people will share something with us and trust us with this information. For me, one of the most outstanding experiences regarding faith was, I think it was 2005. I was asked by the Archbishop of Arusha to begin a new parish. It was in a suburb of, the city is called Arusha in northern Tanzania. So we went there, and it was with a little bit of fear because it was a kind of a rough area of town. In Tanzania we were called Wazungu. Mzungu means white man. So it was a kind of a no-go area for the white man. But we said we'd go and we'd meet the people, and that's how it happened. We just went down. We met a few Catholics who were really interested in starting a church. And they had a small little area, maybe like a quarter of an acre. And I remember there was a mango tree. So we said we'd go down and we'd have a mass. So I went down with some other Palatines. And that was one Sunday morning. We said, it was announced we'd have a mass. And it was like under the mango tree. So we were pleasantly surprised. About 120 people showed up. So we were surprised that so many showed up. So the mass went on, and they said, Father, can you come back next week? So we said, okay, let's go back. And that's how it began. And very slowly the numbers were growing. And then we needed some kind of a building. We had no money for a building, so we just put up posts, and we put up some kind of corrugated iron sheets. And this was all from the collection. Like every Sunday, whatever was given, we'd buy some extra poles, so we'd buy some extra roofing. And when the people came to church, they could see it. That money was put to good use. And every Sunday we had, there was an announcement after Mass. If you'd like to come and sit next Sunday, bring your own chair. Another area where I lived, there was just wildlife all over the place. So it was like living in the Garden of Eden. That to me, I could never take for granted. You just drive down the road and there's zebras, there's antelope, and there's giraffes. It's spectacular. Coming to America, what surprised me was the welcome of the people here. I know I was a little hesitant initially, wondering what this new world would be for me, because it was certainly outside of my comfort zone, or what I was familiar with. But I would say from the moment I walked into this parish here in St. Stephen, the people just made me feel so welcome. They were always concerned, how I was doing. Was I okay? Did I have enough to eat? But they were so welcoming, and I think they were so glad to have a priest on the ground, because for a few months there was nobody here. And I think it was very difficult for the Catholic community to not have a priest in residence. I love the symbolism. I think, that it uses the water, the oil, two different kinds of oil, the chrism, the catechumenate, the clothing of the white garment, the prayers over the ears and the mouth, and it's just so tactile. It's and I love the idea that, the child comes in, belonging almost to the mother and the father, and leaves as our brother and sister. There's a transformation takes place.